Hey St. Thomas friends, I am here to help you build an Advent wreath. So you might already have a wire frame at home, otherwise the church can provide you with one, as well as candles. And then this year we're going to give away some bags through the drive-through, which will include wire, ivy, and ribbon. And what the final product will look like that I'm going to demo today is over here. We're going to do a bow and the ivy and then do the candles last, so you have a completed Advent wreath. So let's get started. In your bag you will have some wire. What you're going to do is you're going to fold this into 3 and then in half again. So we want 6 total pieces of wire. Don't have to be perfect about it, but just so you get 6 pieces. So I'm going to fold this into 3 pieces and then just fold it in half again. Items that you'll need that are not in your kits: a pair of scissors and 2 tissues. This will make sense later. So what you want to do is cut that after you've folded them to get 6 pieces of wire total. I'll double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you're going to get all of those pieces of wire and bend them in half. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our wreath, and as you can see it has places for the 4 candles, and we're going to attach wire to the 4 bars in between each candle. So grab a piece of one of your bended wires, put that around that metal bar so it's upward like this, and then I want you to twist that around twice, as tight as you can go, just to get that wire secured. Do it on the other metal bars as well. So that's 2 and 3. Right, and then we're going to take our ivy. Pretty long. We're going to keep this as one big long piece. We're going to take the end and put it on top of one of our wires and then twist it again 2 more times. So 1, 2. We're just going to keep wrapping our ivy around our wreath until we're out of ivy. So it's best to go, well, it's not best, totally up to you. I like to go around the candles, but if you want to go inside the candles, that's fine too. So 1, 2, keep wrapping. You'll be able to go around probably a couple times here. And these leaves might get in your way, that's okay. Just wrap however you want to. If it's kind of a double stem, that's all right. Let's do it again. Keep on wrapping, pull that wire up, go around twice. So we included a lot of ivy in these kits so that it can look really nice and full. 2. We're getting closer to the end here. 1, 2. Also, the nice thing about this wire is it's really thin, so it's kind of hard to see, so you don't have to be perfect about this. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Now you might have a little bit of leftover where your ivy's just kind of hanging out. If you can tuck it into your wreath, great, but you can also grab your 5th piece of wire and just attach that to the wreath and do the same thing. Wrap it around any part of the metal bar and tighten it just so you don't have that ivy hanging over. Okay, and then with each of those you can see that there's some wire just sticking up. What I recommend doing there is just bending it in half once and then twice again so it just kind of goes into your wreath. That way you just don't have that sharp pointy wire hanging up. So do that again. So just fold over and fold over again. That does not need to be pretty, like I mentioned. Fold, fold. Last one here. Fold and fold. So it just kind of circles in right there with the ivy so we don't have any wire sticking up. So that is the ivy portion. And now we're gonna make the bow for our Advent wreath. So everybody's ribbon is the same length. It might be a little bit different in pattern, but all the same method. So start on the left side of your ribbon and do about 2 hand widths, very scientific I know. And then you're gonna fold your ribbon upward over your hand. Okay. And then you're gonna go back towards the edge of the ribbon and leave about 1 inch here and fold back over. What's nice about this wired ribbon is that it'll hold its shape really well. So you went to the right, you went to the left, you're gonna go to the right again and fold in the exact same place. And then go back to the left, fold again. Okay, and then for this last one, we want the loop to be a little bit smaller. So don't go all the way to your right edge. I want you to go about halfway. And make a crease. And then have that in the middle. So what it looks like is kind of a big zigzag, okay? All piled together. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to pinch all of these folded wires together and take that 6th piece of wire we've already cut. I'm gonna pinch, put a wire around it and twist it as tight as you can a couple times there. And then what you're gonna do now, I know this doesn't look like the bow, it's all about the fluffing, okay? So you'll have 2 edges of your ribbon, so we'll want to kind of pull this down. And you know, you'll just have to adjust this based on your ribbon and what you want your bow to look like. So that very last fold we did will be kind of a nice round center on our bow. And then the other folds will be kind of the arms of the bows. So you can see how that fluffs up like this when you can adjust the wire. So it'll be 5 big loops total and then your 2 edge pieces. There we go. Looking like a bow. And then, as you can see, here's one edge piece and here's the other one. One's a little long, so you'll just grab your scissors and trim that up so it's the same size. Okay. And then what you're going to do is just pick a spot on your wreath wherever you want that to be. You'll have quite a bit of wire left over. I just want you to wrap that around a metal bar. So from the top to the bottom of your wreath, and tighten it a couple times, and then fold it over a couple times like we did for the other wire, just so it's not sticking up. Okay, so you might need to adjust your bow a little bit so it looks nice laying down flat on your wreath. Okay, and now we're going to add the candles. So, if you already have some of these, great, otherwise you have some at the church. Now these candles, the tricky part is they're a little loose in our wreaths that we ordered. So this is where the Kleenexes come in handy. So we're gonna rip a Kleenex in half. You can cut with scissors if you want. And then we're going to fold it in half long ways once, fold it in half long ways a second time. We're gonna wrap that tissue, again this is very scientific, along the bottom of the candle. And just as tight as you can. And that'll just help provide a little security to make sure your candle fits nice and snug into that wreath. And there you go, you are all ready for Advent with your completed wreath.